It's understood.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came.
Fam, what's up, fam? What's up? Listen, first of all, I mean absolutely no disrespect. If I don't know what gender you are, I don't know if you're a boy or a girl, I'm sorry. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm from old school, okay? I was raised up in the 60s and 70s, all right? And I will tell you this. Excuse me. It was real simple. It was real simple back then when I was raised up. When I was being raised up, you were either you were either gay or straight. That was it. That's all they talked about. Or if you were female, they didn't even say lesbian. They called them bulldaggers. Okay? So, being raised by a narcissistic mother who I've seen things that a child's eyes shouldn't see. I was raised with my mother bringing all type of people around me, and her taking me around all types of people. I don't care. Hobos, you know, when they were homeless back then, you know, and they were in one spot, you called them hobos. We actually had a hobo that lived on our block at one time. So, but my thing is this. I do apologize. Today's society, it is too much. Now I understand it's LGBTQ and they got an I on there. So listen, it's like walking around, it's like you putting your name on the back of your shirt, but then when a stranger calls out your name, you get an attitude. I do not know. Look, I only discovered when about 10 years ago what EBT was. All right? What an EBT card was. And I usually try to keep up on things and stuff like that. But I am not going to school. I'm not going to slang school. Nor am I going to any other type school or taking any type of classes or anything to learn the new terminology. All right? Boy or girl. That's all I know. That's all I've known all my life. You know. Putting makeup on and getting dressed. And I have nothing against lesbians, nothing against the gay culture as a whole, a gay population as a whole. I don't care what nobody does behind closed doors. Long as they are not hurting me or mine physically, I am fine. You know what I'm saying? I am fine. All this, you know, you misrepresenting me and this. No, you're misrepresenting yourself. How many times, let me just ask you this. Fellas, let me just ask the fellas this. Fellas, how many times have you was walking in the mall, wherever, right? And you saw someone from behind. You saw what you thought was a lady, a female from behind. You was like, woo, you know, nice body, everything, the hair, you know, just nice. But then they turn around and ta-da, it's a woman. And you know, you imagine that feeling that you feel inside. that, right? Imagine that feeling. Because I know there have been people that have gone through this. Women have gone through this too. Imagine seeing a person, a dude, and you're like, man, they look good. And then come to find out they are a woman. Listen, I just wanted to make this short video just to say, I mean no disrespect if I don't say, if you are a man and you look half woman. It's like, to me, it's boy, girl. Now, let me just tell you some a situation. I was at one of the little local stores, okay? And I was purchasing something. And the person that waited on me, I don't know if it's a boy or girl. My thing is, just wear a dang on name tag. But the problem with the name tag is it could be nicknames. Right? But their co-workers are calling them, are saying her and stuff like that. It's confusing. I got frustrated at myself because I didn't know what. And I'm gonna tell you, still to this day, I don't know what they are. And I'm in the parking lot of the store that I go to sometime, and I still don't know what that person is. And I do not want to offend them. So what I will do is I will call them I'll just call them what's on the name tag from now on. That's what I'll do. Because I am sorry. It's really difficult for me. Probably because it's not that important. It's really difficult for me to try to decipher what people are. And a lot of times, I mean, I used to have it. I mean, my radar used to be like on point because I've been around all type of people all my life. Ever since I was a little girl. So it was always on point. But now, with all these letters and all these synonyms and antonyms and penonyms and whatever M's, I just can't keep up. And I don't want to keep up, okay? I'm just going to tell y'all that I don't want to keep up. But I will not disrespect you unless you try to disrespect me, okay? Because I'm not fish. I am a woman. And nothing on me smells like fish. Nothing. Okay? So, for the ones who get offended or like, I'm a woman just like you, you're not. You're not a woman just like me. And I'm not your sis. You're not a woman like me, and let me just tell you why you're not a woman just like me. If you were born with a ball, with 2 balls and a bat, if you were born with 2 balls and a bat, and you grew up and you just put makeup on and put female clothes on, that does not make you a woman. The outside, you can change your outside appearance to look like Daffy Duck or a clown. But you can put on a Daffy Duck outfit, but that doesn't make you a duck. Just because you put on that outfit, it doesn't mean... No, that wasn't a good example. But just because you put on makeup and a dress and stuff like that, you are not a woman like me. Because let me tell you something. I'm just going to tell you one thing to let you know that you are not a woman like me. When it all goes down, you're not going to get emotional like me. You're going to think more on a masculine side because that's what your DNA. You can't erase DNA. You can't erase these things inside. All right? You can't erase that. Not science. You can't erase it. So you're going to still have the emotions instead of approaching, a situation like a woman would, or dealing with a situation like a woman would, you are going to mentally, you will be dealing with it on the levels of a man. Okay? You're going to be wanting to fight and be aggressive and stuff. Come on now. And I just, like I said, I have no, I don't care what anybody does. And if you know me, you know that. I shouldn't have to say it. But for those, but you know me, like I said, you know me. I'm always for the underdog. I got love for the underdog. All right? But stop trying to make other people feel guilty, to those of you who do, okay? For those of you all who do this, like the TikToker who was, who tried to make a big thing out of being, saying that she was being misrepresented and all this because they accidentally called her, or they called him or her. My thing is, what's on your birth certificate? Okay? Because I'm not going to go back and forth with you or anything like that. For those of you who understand that I'm not trying to be disrespectful, because I just don't know. And if you change your appearance so drastically, how do you expect for other people to react? I don't understand it. You have to make me understand that. Okay? If you change your appearance so drastically and stuff, how are we supposed to know what you are? Or who you are, what gender you are? So, for all if it does not apply, let it fly. But if it applies, you may want to think about it, because I don't care what you do as long as you're not harming me and mine. You can talk, you can do whatever, but as long as you're not physically harming me and mine, I can care less. All right? And stop making others feel guilty because of the choices that you make. Stop making other people feel guilty because of the choices you make. If you walk out the house looking like a clown and you wondering why people are staring at you, you get an attitude why somebody's staring at you, that's your problem. Remember Alexander O'Neal? You had brown eyes, but now they blue. Those false eyelashes that you're wearing too. In bed this morning, you called me Clyde. Alex is the name that I go by. If women can be a fake, like, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Be who you are supposed to be. Be yourself. Be yourself. Okay? Be yourself. Be you, do you. But don't try to draw other people into your foolishness. Okay? Don't do it. It's just like, people be throwing these baby pictures on me. Oh, ain't that a pretty baby? I'd be just like the old folks. Ooh, sure look healthy. Ooh, those sure are some cute little shoes. Stop it. Stop it. how do you expect for people to relate to you or know who you are when you don't know who you are or want to be, but you upset? Come on now. Like I said, I mean no disrespect. If you are transgender, and I say, if you're born a boy but you're transgender and you're a girl and you look like a woman, I mean really, you're still a boy. You're still a boy to me. But I will give you respect if you want me to say he or she. I understand. But I'm just going to call you by, just give me a name. Just give me your name to call you, because it's kind of, it's just a little difficult knowing that you...
All right, I understand your objections. Again, you have an absolute right to appeal any decision that I make. And I would further point out for the court rules that the court rules apply equally to plaintiffs and to per se defendants.
But they have not...
So, excuse me, don't interrupt me again. I would further point out that at least on one occasion, you told me that you were an attorney licensed to practice law in the state of California.
In DC, I was once licensed in California, but my first introduction to the state of Michigan is facing an eviction. So I just got here. Now I'm having to...
All right, thank you.
All right, it's very unjust. So I'm studying...
I understand your object. And again, you have an absolute right to appeal any decision that I make.
Absolutely. You have absolute right also
to interrupt me again.
Unjust
right.
Word.
I'm going to mute you now because I'm tired of being interrupted. If you are, as you say, an attorney licensed to practice anywhere, at minimum, you ought to have some understanding of courtroom decorum. So we will talk to you all again.
And I understand justice too.
Please do not interrupt me again.
You're using two different...
I'm going to mute you, ma'am. Thank you. We are on the...
I'm not a ma'am.
We are June 27th at 11 o'clock. Thank you all for coming in. We're off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Read the court rules.
You're applying different court rules. You're applying different rules to Attorney Cox. There's no proof of fouling. There's no proof of fouling. There's no notary. There's no proof of fouling. He hasn't done a lot of things, but y'all keep having side conversations and applying different rules.
Ma'am, we have...
I'm not a ma'am. I'm not a ma'am. That's part of the discrimination we're facing.
These titles and wig, you got to grab those eyelashes. You got to grab that makeup. If you got to tuck, you got to do all that. You are not a woman. You a man in women's garments. Period. I don't know. I mean, all these titles. It's frustrating. But anyway, I'm just saying, I guess I'm the only one that is frustrated. I got angry at myself, like, oh my gosh, but then again, I'm like, oh, why am I getting angry at myself? No, I'm getting frustrated because how you gonna get upset? I don't know what you are, ma'am, sir. I don't know. I don't know what you are, ma'am, sir. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know what you are. I don't mean, it's not like I don't mean to disrespect you. It's not disrespect. Just call it ignorance, okay? You call me ignorant. Just call me ignorant to the fact, okay? But I have seen it all. I don't know anything that I haven't seen. And that too much surprises me. But y'all stop it. I forgot what they call I think they call them boy girls or something like that in the Philippines, when like the bar girls and the hookers and stuff like that, they call them some of them you cannot tell that they are a man. They're male. They look just that much like a female without makeup. But if you got a nip tuck and all that kind of stuff, Stop forcing society to be on the bandwagon with what that is not. Stop forcing us. Or trying to anyway. Because you ain't gonna force me. But stop trying to force us. Okay, I'm done with the conversation. Well, I'm done with my little rant. I want to just thank you all for listening and stuff. You know, hey, what you present out there in society is a lot of times is the way people will treat you. You know, how you present yourself. You know, what you present. I'm just saying. But, you know, don't make other people feel guilty about, you know, them not knowing your gender. You know, you have a lot of people out here that are androgynous. They can look like, if they dressed up as a male, they would look awesome. If they dressed up as a female, they would look awesome. They have that look, you know. But this other stuff that I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about, the foolishness. Y'all stop it. Y'all gonna go through the whole alphabet with titles. It makes no sense. When, as far as I'm concerned, you were either born a boy or a girl. And transition, whatever you want to call it, you get operated on so that you will have parts like a woman. But as far as mental, you'll never have it. You'll never think like a woman. You're not going to go through the emotions of a woman. You're not going to do that. Everything else is still going to be like a man. Okay? So, you're still going to be thinking like a man. Because you are a man. Or a boy. Y'all have a fine day, okay? And be good to each other. And be good to yourself. And I'll holler.